Now class 10th, let us continue the further part of the Act 3 Scene 2. So far we have come to know about about Graciano's remarks about Bassanio's celebration. Okay, as Bassanio had chosen the correct casket, and at the same time Graciano also confirmed and expressed his love for Nerissa. And when Bassanio came to know about it, he said that your marriage will also be performed or celebrated at the same time when our marriage will be done. Now let's go ahead. And at the same time, I forgot to tell you, at the same time Cesario came there with Lorenzo, and they handed over a letter which was sent by Antonio, okay, to Bassanio. Okay, now let's see. Bassanio, that is means before I opened his letter. Before I open his letter, I pray you tell me how my good friend doth. I tell you, please tell me, I request you, please tell me how my good friend is doing. Doth means doing. Who is this good friend? Antonio. He's asking about his good friend Antonio. What is he doing? How is he doing? Cesario, not sick, my lord, unless it be in mind. Not sick, my lord, unless it be in mind means neither sick nor well. Is neither well nor sick, my lord, unless it is in his mind, though he seems or though he looks disturbed in his mind. Okay, then his letter there will show you his state. This letter which is sent by him, this letter will tell you of his financial status, of his financial position. Bassanio reads the letter. Graciano, Nerissa, cheer yon stranger, bid her welcome. Cheer yon stranger, welcome cheerfully. Okay, welcome, cheer means welcome cheerfully. Yon stranger, this stranger. Who is this strange lady? That was Jessica. Okay, bid her welcome, please. Bid her welcome. Please give her a warm welcome. Your hand, Cesario. Your hand, Cesario. Shake hands, Cesario. What's the news from Venice? What news have you brought from Venice? How doth that royal merchant good Antonio? How doth? First he asks, what news have you brought from Venice, and how is the noble merchant good Antonio? How is he? I know he will be glad of our success. What success? What success is he talking about? He is talking about success. Success means that they both had chosen their wives. Okay. So, how is the noble merchant good Antonio? And I know he will be glad, he will be happy to hear of our success. We are the Jasons. Jasons means prince. Okay, those who are coming, those who come to participate in the lottery of caskets. We are like modern Jasons. We are like modern prince. We are like modern suitors who have won the golden fleece. Cesario, I would you had won the fleece that he hath lost. I wish that you could have won the fortune. Here fleece means here fortune that he has lost. Who has lost? Antonio. On one side Antonio has lost his ships, and another one his best friend Bassanio and Graciano, they have chosen their wives. One sided there is a celebration, and one sided there are remorse, there's a regrets, there are sadness and many other things. Portia, there are some shrewd contents in yon same paper. Shrewd contents. Here shrewd contents means the bad news. There is some bad news in that letter, okay, that steals the color from Bassanio's cheek, which has made Bassanio turn pale, which has stolen the color of Bassanio's cheeks. Okay. that steals the color from Bassanio's cheek. Earlier he was so happy as he had chosen Portia as his wife, but now when he got the letter of Antonio, all his happiness vanished away. Some dear friend dead. Some dear friend dead means some dear friend must have died. Okay. Else nothing in the world could turn so much the constitution of any constant man. Otherwise, for nothing else in the world would change the condition of any normal man. Of a constant man means any normal, any ordinary man. Okay. Otherwise, nothing in the world would steal the color. Okay, would make the normal man worried. What worse and worse? His condition has become worse and worse. Okay, as he was reading the letter, his condition was getting worse and worse. Then what she said? With leave, Bassanio. With leave here means with your permission, Bassanio. I am half yourself. I am half yourself means with your permission, Bassanio. Now I am half of yourself. I am half of yourself. As I got married to you, I am half of yourself, and I must freely have the half of anything that this same paper brings you, and so I must freely have the half of anything that this letter brings to you. What sad news this letter has brought to you. Even I am completely, I have complete right to get to know about it. Bassanio, oh sweet Portia, oh dear Portia, that here are a few of the unpleasantest words. This letter has some most unwelcome word, very unpleasant word, very bad words, very bad news that ever blotted paper, that have ever written on this paper. Blotted paper written on this paper. Gentle lady, gentle Portia, when I did first impart my love to you, when I first made known my affection for you, when I told you about the first time when I told you about my love for you, I freely told you all the wealth I had. At that time I had freely told you that all the wealth which I am having ran in my veins, that I told you that I have only one wealth, and that was my noble blood, and I was a gentleman at that time. I did not lie to you, I did not speak wrong to you. At that time I said that I have only one wealth, noble wealth, and that is my noble blood which runs in my veins. Okay, then I told you true, and at that time I was very true. And yet, dear lady, rating myself at nothing, you shall see how much I was braggart. How much I was braggart. Braggart means when one exaggerate the things. Okay, when one boast the things. Okay, of anybody's position. Showing off. Okay, what I said was true. Yet, dear lady, okay, and yet, dear lady, rating myself at nothing when I claimed my wealth as nothing. Rating myself at nothing means when I claimed that I do not have anything, I was exaggerating. I was boasting my position at that time. I was boasting about myself. Okay, and you shall see how much I was braggart. I told you the meaning of braggart now. When I told you my state was nothing, I should then have told you that I was worse than nothing. And when I told you that I owned nothing, that I do not have anything, I should have told you that I was less than nothing. Clear? Try to understand. At that time when I told you that the wealth which I am having is the only noble blood which runs in my veins, at that time I was exaggerating the thing. I was boasting about myself. Okay, but and secondly said, dear lady, my state was nothing. I should have then told you that I was more worse than nothing. When I told you that I do not have anything, it means I should have told you that I was less than nothing. Clear? Now, I have engaged myself to a dear friend. I have bound myself to a dear friend, and that dear friend is Antonio. I have engaged myself to a dear friend, engaged my friends to his mere enemy to feed my means. He was a very spendthrift man. Okay, who was very spendthrift man? That was Bassanio. I have bound myself to a dear friend and I made him, okay, to pledge against to his worst enemy to get the money in order to feed my means, in order to satisfy my means. Means my friend has put himself into danger in order to satisfy my needs. Here is the letter, lady. Here is the letter, lady, fair Portia, beautiful Portia. The paper has the body of my friend. The paper on which it is written, the letter, okay, may be compared to the body of my friend. The letter is compared to the body of his friend, that is Antonio, and every word in it gaping wound, issuing life blood. And every word written on it is an open wound, is just like an open wound from which his blood is gushing out. Means the letter is just like the body of Antonio, and the words written on it are just like the open wound from blood is coming out. Clear? But it is true, Celario. But it is true. Is it true, Celario? What is true? That Antonio has lost his ships. Have all his venture failed? His ships were sailing from Tripoli. What means, has all his business failed? What? Not even a single one survived. Not one hit. Not one hit means not even single one survived. From Tripolis, from Mexico and England, from Lisbon, Barbary and India. What he said, that his ships were sailing from Tripolis, Mexico, England, Lisbon, okay, Barbary and India. And not one vessel means a ship, and not one vessel escaped the dreadful touch of merchant marine rocks, and not one ship has been spared from being wrecked on the dangerous rocks that often destroy merchants. Celario, not one, my lord, not even a single one, my lord. Beside, it should appear that if he had the present money to discharge the Jew, he would not take it. Further, it seems that even if he had money to repay the Jew, Shylock would not take it from him now. If he is left with any money, and if he wanted to repay his debts, the money which he had taken, then Shylock would not take it. Never did I know a creature that did bear the shape of a man, so keen and greedy to confound a man. What said that? What he said? Never have I come across. Never have I. He is talking about Shylock. Never have I have come across a creature in the form of a man. In the form means creature in the form of a man, so eager and greedy to destroy another man. He is talking about Shylock, as he had. Now Shylock has got a golden chance to destroy Antonio. He plies the Duke at morning and at night. What he said? He plies means here appeals. He is appealing to the Duke morning and evening, and threatens legal actions against the country's system of justice if they deny to him. Now he is appealing. He is going to Duke morning and evening, every day and night. He is appealing to the Duke as he wanted his justice. Justice is either 3,000 ducats or a pound of flesh. Okay, and he said that he would take the legal action against the country system of justice if it will be denied to him. Clear? And doth impeach the freedom of the state if they deny him justice 20 merchants, the Duke himself, and the magnificos. And the magnificos means the noblemen, the officers. 20 merchants Try to understand. 20 merchants and the Duke himself and the nobleman and the officer of the highest ranks have advised him. Whom? Have advised Shylock not to be so cruel. Okay? Of greatest port means merchants, 20 merchants, the Duke himself, and the magnificos of the greatest port means the officers, the higher officials. Okay, and noblemen of the highest rank, you can say, have advised him not to be so cruel, have all persuaded with him, but none can drive him from envious plea of forfeiture of justice and his bond, but no one can prevent him from his revengeful claim for giving up the conditions of the bond. You know the conditions of the bond. If Antonio will not be able to pay 3,000 ducats, then he has to give a pound of flesh from any part of his body which Shylock pleases, of the bond and fulfillment of the legal demand.